Hi, my name is Nick Castellina, and I'm a research analyst at the Aberdeen Group covering enterprise applications. Today I will talk about some of the pressures facing the public sector and how these pressures may make cloud applications an attractive option. Some public sector organizations are investigating unified HR and finance systems to help them manage their business and drive operational improvements. These solutions are important because they help to reduce costs, provide timely and accurate data to decision makers, and particularly in public sector organizations, because of their ability to unify financial and human resources data. The top pressures faced by public sector organizations are fairly unique compared to those of other industries. This is unsurprising because public sector organizations are burdened with not just the normal slew of business pressures, but also accountability to the public and the scrutiny that comes with it. Not only are public citizens the customers of these organizations, but the taxes that these citizens pay and any additional donations fund these public sector organizations. In a way, these public citizens are the business owners. How all these constituents are faring collectively will determine the business environment of public sector organizations. As such, 91% of public sector organizations cite economic conditions as the top business pressure. With volatile economic conditions comes uncertainty. Uncertainty breeds conservatism, and with that conservatism comes tightening restraints. At the same time, reductions in tax revenues and other sources of funding leave public sector organizations with hats in hand. Therefore, employees in public sector jobs are forced to do as much as they can with the little that they are given. 26% indicate a lack of working capital or credit. Similarly, 40% of public sector organizations need to find a way to increase employee productivity or implement processes and technologies that rely on fewer employees for success. Additionally, public sector organizations are faced with an intense amount of public scrutiny. The public business owners want to ensure that their money is not going to waste, and can be quite loud when they determine that it is. This market perception of the organization must be managed through intelligent spending. These pressures add up to a need to increase productivity while keeping costs low. But how can public sector organizations do this without raising red flags to the public? Aberdeen's research has illustrated many ways that unified HR and financial solutions delivered in the cloud can help with these problems. So why is the cloud an attractive option? Data from Aberdeen's 2012 ERP benchmark survey clarifies the reasons that organizations in the public sector are willing to consider cloud solutions. It is unsurprising that the majority of these reasons public sector organizations are willing to consider cloud solutions are cost-related. In a public sector organization, where funds are constrained, the price of a solution will be a significant factor during selection. Not only are cloud options less expensive in general, but when using a solution delivered as SaaS, the organization can pay on a month-to-month basis without the need for a large upfront capital expenditure, which can be difficult to secure in a public organization. Additionally, public sector organizations have identified cloud solutions as easier to deploy than on-premise solutions. Public perception is important for these organizations, and large investments like ERP come with great scrutiny. Long deployment projects may have the public asking, "Are they wasting my money?" Also, organizations in the public sector are particularly tied to volatile economic conditions. A long deployment process would tie up internal resources, which are prone to fluctuation, and hinder the organization's ability to operate during changing conditions. Finally, 38% of these organizations are willing to consider cloud applications because they have limited IT resources. With a cloud solution, the organization is utilizing the IT resources of the vendor for support and maintenance, making this option appear particularly attractive. But are these perceptions actually true? Aberdeen's data appears to prove that they are. Participants were asked to rate the impact that their software has had on their IT department's workload, with 5 being the most and 1 being the least. The impact in organizations that have implemented a SaaS solution was significantly smaller than the impact on organizations with an on-premise solution. But it extends beyond IT. The average time to go live for a cloud solution is under 7 months, compared to over 11 months for on-premise. Additionally, on average, organizations spent their exact budget on software deployment as opposed to organizations that chose an on-premise solution and went almost 20% over budget. Combined, these factors help lead the organization to achieve ROI more quickly. This is unlikely to raise any red flags in the public and allow the organization to make the most of their limited funds. Of course, the goal of a unified HR and financial management project is to help run the business more effectively with the hope of producing tangible benefits. It doesn't matter that the solution is deployed quickly if it doesn't actually do anything for the business. Cloud applications are driving larger decreases in operational costs in comparison to on-premise solutions. Therefore, it makes sense that a public sector organization would be interested in deploying a unified HR and financial solution that can be easily deployed, supported without extensive internal resources, and will not take a large upfront capital expenditure. The willingness to consider cloud applications is higher in the public sector than most other industries. The benefits of the cloud, both perceived and supported with data, will help public organizations to improve while dealing with the realities of being a business owned by the public. As a taxpayer, cloud applications help your tax dollars to fund better organizations. Thank you for listening. For more information on this subject, please review my research at aberdeen.com or visit workday.com.